start. Okay, hi guys, and
Hello.
welcome to another episode of Digital Savvy. I remain Adewumi,
I'm Toby.
and welcome to episode 3 of the podcast.
Yes.
So, in this episode, we're going to be bringing you marketing, business development, client relationship management, and all the things that you need to know to thrive digitally.
Yep. Today we'll be discussing the 7 P's of marketing.
Remember, we mentioned that in the last episode that, for you to be able to grow a business, there's some things, fundamental things that need to be in place. They are usually called the marketing mix. Mm-hmm. We have 4 P's. There's some that is 5 P's, but 7 P's is the most detailed. And we won't be going into as much detail for each of the P's, but we'll try to brush through them so that you understand what each P stands for and what it stands for in the context of marketing.
Although we'll be having at the end of this, there'll be a link for you to download a detailed explanation, just maybe a 2-page PDF, just explain it, and you can just quickly read through, take notes, apply to your business. Very simple and short. So
let's dive in, and I'm going to be going first with the first P, which is product. Now, we all know that business is product. Whether it is a service or it is a physical product, you need to have something that you're selling, whether it is tangible, maybe like your clothes, your clothing store or whatever, or an agency, for example. You still need to have a product that you've put together that you're going to be selling to people. Now, in deciding your product, you need to do market research for your product. What kind of product am I trying to build? So in this market research, that's where you're going to touch on the features of the product, the value of the product to the target audience, the features of it, what is in the product, how you're going to package the product. And, there was this person that trended one time where she did an advent calendar, and she trended, I think, online sometime last year, right? Where people were talking about the product, blah, blah, blah. What I took out of that is she has excellent branding. I mean, I saw the video that she did and I fell in love with the video. It was pink, it was girlish. It spoke to the target audience, right? So she got our branding right. So that's something else you also have to get right about your products. You have to get the branding right. And in the research of what the features of your products are, that's what is going to also inform your branding. You're not going to be a mechanic selling auto parts, right? And be packaging it as girly girl pink, right?
Fair enough.
You are in the auto parts business, so there's a particular way you brand, down to your delivery box, down to the thank you notes that they'll get. So all of this, you have to think of it in the first P, which is your product.
All right. So after your product, next P will be price. This conversation regarding price, I was saying that earlier that it's going to get to a point in Nigeria, specifically Lagos, where we're going to put our products out there.
A naked skirt,
Put
550K.
put the pricing on it. And then we'll be looking at each other at this point because even you that you are
Also, you're not the target audience.
Okay, well, even they that made the product, are they the target audience of that product?
Very good.
Okay, now. So with pricing, usually there's a system to everything. You're supposed to calculate from you calculate your cost price, you calculate your branding, you calculate every other things that you're adding to it, put your profit on it, and make sure it's something that your target audience can buy. Mm-hmm. An example would be if you're someone that is very heavy on luxury products. Even if you get 1 or 2 students to patronize you, your target audience are not students. In fact, if I'm being honest with you, your target audience that is going to buy that luxury product they're most likely not even going to be online. Because most people that do buy luxury products heavily, they have people that shop for them.
Yeah.
Or they rather walk into the store
Yeah.
and buy it. But that's the way certain people like to brand their business, and some of them are making money from it. But like I said, your pricing has to be in line with your target audience. If your target audience is between a demographic that can make a certain amount of money, and you've positioned your product and your price in such a way that they can't buy. So you have people who are people who are interested in buying from you, but they can't buy from you because your price is too much. And then you have something to sell, nobody's patronizing you, nobody's winning. So let's not get to that point where, like I said, we're just going to sit down with our products and we're staring at each other. Let's find we look up creative ways to put your price in. Like you can upsell. If you know that you really want to sell a particular product for a particular price, you can upsell, and like there are just ways you can add on extra services, add on extra TLC to the service, add on extra things that by the time you even give them the bill, they've looked at all the extra things that you've added and they're just like, you know what, is what it is. In some cases, you might even, some expensive product, you see some brands that will tell you when you go to their website, like all these makeup brands do it mostly, like Zara and Co. When you tell you if you buy something above 100,000, they ship it to you for free.
Or give you something.
Or they give you something. That's like a good way to, like, they are maintaining their price. The price of their product is probably not coming down. They're making their profit, but they've taken the burden of delivery off you. Like, ladies that sell, most of these brands that will sell like luxury hair and stuff, you buy the luxury hair, but you realize that attached to it comes a mini kit of something that you use to maintain it. Okay. So instead of you going to go and buy that one extra, they've added it to like the hair you're buying and you're getting like the full. So there are just ways you can either still maintain that price that you visit. Okay, this is the price you want to sell your product. You can and service. You can maintain that price, but there are other ways to package it in such a way that everybody's winning, rather than just having products that you cannot sell. So that's price. Yeah. Just be creative and sensible with your pricing.
And just piggybacking off what Tobias just said, the next P is promotion, right?
Yep.
I feel like most businesses, I want to start a business, Instagram, TikTok, maybe Facebook, and that's it, right? When you want to start a business, you need to sit down and think of all the possible channels that people can find you, right? Are they going to find you on a newspaper? Are they going to find you via a billboard? Are they going to find you? And don't think that because you're a small business, you do not need this. You actually do. Are you going to create a community? Are you going to do physical sales? Like you go to different communities, different universities to have ambassadors of your product, down to thinking about the sales that you're going to provide. Maybe you have to have a calendar basically for your promotions.
Yeah.
In February, you should already have started planning your discounts that you're going to give for Valentine. Maybe in Easter, you already have something that you have planned. Black Friday, you have something that you have planned. So you have to think of all of these things and have like a plan for it, right? On how you're going to promote. Is this what Toby mentioned about brands saying, "Oh, shop this amount," and then you get maybe free shipping, or maybe you get an extra product. It's also part of promotion. You're still trying to promote the brand to say, look, we want you to keep coming back, so we're going to give you something extra. So you want to think down to the nitty. Am I going to need to physically go to banks, for example, and introduce my products there, right? Am I going to need to look for influencers that I'll collaborate with, that will create content for me to promote? Am I going to need to always offer discounts at a certain period? Maybe somebody has bought 5 times from you. Once they get to their 5th purchase, I'm going to offer a 50% discount on their next purchase. You need to think like, plan it out so much, right? So that you keep promoting. You also want to think of paid channels as well, right? Obviously, everybody knows Meta ad. I want to run ads. I want to run ads. TikTok ads, and all of that, right? You also need to think of that, factor that in, and this will also inform your pricing as well. It will help you, on how much you can afford to give off, how much you can afford to spend on ads. So you can now see how all the P's are necessary and tying together, right? So that is promotion.
So just as I said, a lot of these factors they work hand in hand with each other. And before you start promotion, there's a part that you need to look at again, place. The location at which your business is existing, whether online or physical, you are in a particular state, you're in a particular environment, and whether you like it or not, it shapes how people view your business. It shapes the kind of people that are coming to you, and it shapes the kind of price that you can put on your business. Certain businesses cannot thrive in certain locations in Nigeria. You're just joking if you're setting up a business, for example, like a lot of like rural environments, or say for example somewhere deep inside Oyo or deep inside Ogun State, and then
you can open a Korean. I saw. Did you see
I saw
that
it.
girl
I saw
online?
it. I was sending it to you. I saw it. I was like, this babe, your target audience is in Lagos.
Do you understand? And you went to open,
And they're a very small fraction.
anyways.
Just a very small
And
fraction.
you know what? She did that based of people commenting that, oh, we don't have this in Ibadan.
Of course they will
We don't have this kind of
comment
thing in Ibadan.
now.
We don't have this kind of thing in Ibadan.
Of course, people will comment and they always say, but this is what we say. It doesn't equate to patronage at the end of the day. So place really matters a lot. An example would be, for example, now you hear of people cracking jokes of, oh, if I go to a salon in Lekki and the moment they open champagne, I already know that I'm in the wrong place. That will work in Lagos, but that will probably not work somewhere in Abuja because they're a lot more Islam-based. So you probably see a salon there 70. It's part of their promotion. It's part of the way they are branding their business and everything. You'd see more modest setup, salon studios where they're probably not allowing males come in. It's just female centered, or having businesses that are like, okay, let's say a female friendly gym that's just for girls. See, things like that to sell in that kind of environment due to the culture and the religion of the people that live there. Even if that's not the vast majority of the people that live there, most of the people that live there live that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
But then to come and set something like that up in Lagos is like doing the reverse. Because it may not work. It may work, but it may not work as much as it will work in such an environment. So that's location. You're also looking at like logistics. How do you intend to deliver this thing? Are people coming to pick it up from you? Are you using pickup stations? Are you using, what are they calling it, dispatch riders? Do you have your own dispatch rider? Are you partnering with a company? These are all the things that you need to think of, because it's not just setting up the business and you now start thinking of how is my customer going to get this? No, there was this business that I saw online recently, and she was like, oh, when she was designing her package, she did not factor in the weight of the package. So now it's time to send out orders. And the fancy box that she has just gone create is adding more. No, it can enter, but she's adding more to the bill of the customer.
Okay.
So that she has to redesign everything from scratch again. So these are like the little things that you need to think of. Also, are you going straight to the market? There are some businesses that they don't even bother coming online. Once they just set up, like especially businesses that have to do with like manufacturing, they just go straight to the market. They already know who the major wholesaler is in the market. The distribution chain is already set up. So you just find out that everywhere you go, every corner, even they do it in such a way that it's so creative that they give retailers like at discounted rates, like, okay, go and test it out in your neighborhood, see if people will like it. And then they come back and give the distributors feedback. Those ones, when the agents from the factories are coming, they already know to tell them that, okay, this is what people said they like, or this part that people don't like. So those ones know how to go and fix it in the company. But these are like marketing chains that people go through to set up business. So you just have to decide on your own that, okay, this is the one that works for me, and this is what I'm going to. Like for me now, my business is online, so I just use dispatch riders.
Yeah.
But I do it in such a way that if you want to pay for the standard shipping that takes like 1 to 2 days, no problem. If you want it now, sure, you can get it now. But you open your wallet and pay now money.
Yeah.
So there's like, you just have to because there are some people that are impatient and there are some people that they don't mind going through the process. You just have to follow to what works for your business, and then you just key it into that. So that's all it is about place.
Yeah. So the next I'm going to be talking about is people, right?
Yeah.
People are the bedrock of your business. And when I'm talking people, if it's just you that is the CEO, the content creator, you are still people, right? And if you're going to have somebody handling your page, you're going to have somebody responding to inquiries, they can make or mar your business. Let me tell you, there are 2 stores close to my house, right? And there's one that I absolutely dislike. My first experience in that store was with one of their attendants, right? I don't know. First of all, they are not friendly. Then secondly, she was a bit rude. And I just put in my head that, I'm not going to come to this store. So I go to the other one. I shop there regularly. Anytime I come there, blah, 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 you know, whether they like me or not, once I come in, they are friendly. So they didn't have what I wanted one day. And then I went to that store that I said I'm never going to go to. And then I got there and I use OPay. You know how that it saves, account numbers. Right. So I got to that store and I'm like, okay, let me pay for what I was. And I said, this is the account number. So by the time I typed the first two numbers, he already brought the supermarket, this thing. So I just pressed and I pressed send. I've sent it. She said, I've not seen it. I've sent it. I've not seen it. I said, I've sent it. I've not seen it. Okay. Can you check the accounts that you sent it to? Apparently, they have like multiple accounts. And she had a specific one that was assigned to her. And madam, but I was asking you if you sent it to the correct one now. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like,
shouldn't you have this on the wall somewhere?
It doesn't even matter, right? I've made the mistake. I've sent it to an account. But the account is still your company account. Get somebody to check it and so I can leave here. I was there for like 15 minutes. Madam, now you for tell me now. Next time, please don't send it to that to send it to the account. And I'm like, why would you talk to me like that? I'm not saying that I'm Alpha and Omega, but that experience was
scarred you.
I'm like, I'm not going to go back. Then I went back again, and the thing that happened to me happened to somebody else, and that was the same reaction. Just made me know that that's their culture. They are probably all around just rude, right? So it's very important that your people are professionally trained, if that's the word to use.
Yes.
Right? You ingrain a culture into your people. When somebody comes, hello, how are you? You know, you want to smile. The way they react to issues, how they escalate it, how they respond to it is really very important. I see some vendors online and they have issues with their customers, and then they will now write, if you know you are traveling today, please don't buy my product. If you know, that thing pisses me off. And we know that customers can be somehow.
Okay, fair.
No, everybody knows that customers can be somehow. But you don't come on your page and say, hey, you know, you are traveling today. You know how people say, can I receive it today? Maybe they are on the sale. And it's at the end of the sale, they begin to dispatch. And then some people say they want it now. If you know you don't join this sale, you're already excluding people. Like me, if I see that, I will not buy. I'm sorry, but I will not buy. Not because I can't wait, but because I just find it odd. If you know you cannot wait, if you know you are traveling today.
There was a time when there was a time when someone had mentioned something in relation to what you just said, and she said, whenever she's chatting a business and you don't respond promptly, or there is no message waiting for her to tell her what the next step will be. If she gives you 10 minutes, she has concluded in her mind that you're not buying.
People do not want to spend money.
Don't have time.
Pockets are shrinking. So if I see something that I want to splurge on and I come to message
you, don't answer me on time.
And you don't answer me on time, trust me,
I've changed
my mind. Or you answer me and you seem a bit
reluctant.
I've changed my mind. I'm gone. So you need to really train your people on how to escalate issues, how to respond to issues, to customers. You know, you need to have a process, and Toby will talk about process. You need to have a process. When somebody comes, you do A. If they say A, you do B. If B doesn't work, go to C. If C now doesn't work, bring it to Z. Right? You need to have that process, and it helps you with onboarding your people as well. So maybe somebody leaves today, just give the next person, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Right? So people is really, really important in the marketing mix, right? It helps they're the lifeblood of your business, because they're the one that's going to determine retention for your business, whether a customer comes back or not. So that is people.
With that being said, let's be careful with how we treat our customers when they come into our stores, because
yes,
I find that thing very embarrassing.
Very, very annoying.
It is very annoying.
Very annoying.
And I get it. You already have CCTV cameras. You already have someone at the entrance that is going to search our bag when we are going. There's no need to have
you
someone.
can't even bring the bag in. They'll ask you to drop it
You
outside.
need to have someone policing me. Like, I want to buy 2 items now. I'm still debating in my mind which one I want to do. And she's just there judging me from like, if you don't buy this thing today, if you walk out of this store without buying this thing today, even if I don't want to buy it now you are following me up and down to buy it. Like, please, I beg, give us space more. So now to process. Now this process part is like, it varies businesses to businesses, but I think like one of the most important things you need to have with your process is timing. How long does it take from whether you're running adverts, they're walking into your store, they're coming to chat you up directly? What's your process like? How long does it take you from answering the question to starting the service process or starting the delivery? Like, the most important thing we process is efficiency and communication. I feel like those are the 2 most important parts when it comes to process. Now, for the kind of business that I run, mine is mostly communication. Because I've told you this before, that a lot of the what I've ordered versus what I get issues that you see online is usually from communication. Me, I'm always honest from the beginning. Whether you decide to listen to me or not, that's not on you. But from the beginning, I'm telling you what is visible and what is not visible. So that process just needs to be detailed and efficient. Don't keep people waiting too long. Whatever, if you need, people need follow-up. Another thing that people like it when you communicate with them. So let them know, okay, this is the percentage we've gotten to with your order. This is what's next. This is when you should be expecting it. If there's any problem, don't wait for them to find out before you come and tell them that there's a problem. Don't wait for it to get to the point where it's now getting, we're now doing back and forth, we're insulting each other. Don't let it get to that point. As soon as you're already sensing that there might be an issue, just let them know up front. Like, you don't have to say it like, oh, this is an issue, obviously. But just carry them along and ask questions. Like, I feel like we're always too scared to ask customers questions.
Customer is always right.
Yeah, I get that, but you can still ask questions. Because I feel, for me, I ask a lot of questions. And I'll tell you that I don't mind my questions sounding stupid. It's me that I know what I want to use the answer for. But I ask questions. So asking questions too is an important part of like process, especially when you're more service oriented. But if you're like an online store, just be quick about it. If they're chatting you up to message someone, let them know where they are going directly. I feel like one of the things I hate the most is shopping online, especially with Nigerian vendors, is I come online to message you that I want to buy something. Then you now tell me to go back to Instagram.
Oh my God.
I'll go and look for that thing that I want to buy.
Oh my
I should go and do assignment and check the price.
Just
I should
kill me.
screenshot it.
Just
then
kill
bring
me.
it back to you.
Just kill me.
A simple solution will be for you to have like a catalog ready.
Catalog, yes.
Yes, your Instagram is there. We know.
Yeah.
That was what we saw before we came to you. But just have a direct catalog ready. Send it to me and let me choose what I want to choose and pay you. Also, why is your payment process long?
Oh.
Like, these are just like little things. Another thing is, if you're going to give a third-party dispatch rider or dispatch logistics company my order, why am I the one chasing them?
Please do.
I get what you're saying. I know where you're going with that. I know. Because even me too sometimes.
Fair share. So please.
Even me too sometimes, I'm just like,
I've had my fair
just the
share.
way you are, this man's messy is the way me too. Is messy. Like, we're both at his messy at this point.
See, the logistics company are a whole nother topic and a whole
Can't
nother
blame them.
situation.
You can't blame
Please.
them. There's no way we'll talk about this topic without it touching the government or
course.
anything. But you can't blame them. But it's not fair for me to be at your mercy. Like, there was a time I ordered something from, I don't know, one of these online stores like that for days. I called them, please, when am I getting this package? They will reach out to you. Okay, I had to beg. Okay, give me their number. Let me call them myself to ask, when am I getting the package? Only for me to call those ones. With dispatch systems, has it not gotten to you? So if I don't call you now to ask, you people will not call me to
like,
tell me
the
that.
business owner doesn't know.
Those ones, no, the thing is, once they've dumped everything at the head office, they've turned back and they've
sales
gone.
cycle. Like, you should come back if the package should get to them in 2 days, you should come back a week after to say, oh, are you enjoying your product? Right? It's,
they don't
it's a
care.
sales cycle. It's a cycle. It doesn't stop from here to here. It's a cycle. Right?
There should be a way to follow up even after they've gotten the product. How are you enjoying it? Did you get it? But it's just to make the process simpler. Make it feel like you care about this person. Even if you don't care, it's just your money you care about. At least in that moment, just pretend like you care. Let me know that you value me. Which is not that you've collected my money now. You've not left you to the fate of all this factory that to be doing me anyhow. So please, let's just try to like sit down, draft out little by little. You don't always have to. Some businesses don't even need the entire 7P. Some is just 4 out of it. Some is just 3. So just pick out the one that works for you. Refine it in such a way that, yes, I take your business seriously. I hate hearing when someone is talking about their business and they're making it sound like it's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal, though.
Hey, business is not easy.
It's how you position it that will make people take you seriously. If you position it like it's not a big deal, people will treat it like it's not a big deal. It's if you take it seriously, you need to see it in you, say, God, that you're taking this thing serious before they realize, oh, yes, this is a very serious business.
And I wanted to add to that, like, processing, how it ties to one of the P's, which is pricing. If you know your process from the beginning, it also informs your pricing. If you know that your process for somebody that sews is it has to go through 3 different people, the one that will whip, the one that will do the neck, the one that will do the hand, and they are all going to collect money, right? You know that once somebody orders the dress now, you go to the person that will cut it, that will collect 10 naira.
Yeah.
You go to the person that will whip it, that will collect 5 naira. So that's already 20 naira, right? So you cannot be pricing your products at 15 naira. You're obviously at a loss. So your process also helps you in your pricing, right? It helps you put your pricing at a place where it's a win-win. You're making money. Whatever internal processes you have is also collecting their own money. And then the customer is also able, to like afford it. And also processes also helps that, your operations are smooth. Person A knows that once an order comes in, it has to go to person B. They're not confused as to, when an order comes in, and let me now be running.
Madam is not around.
Madam is not around.
Madam is not here yet.
So all of these things is what helps for, smooth business operation. And that is,
one more thing that I want to add is, this thing is so unique in such a way that when you set up your business in a way that it has like all these processes in place, when you are not there, your business will still thrive. You see, when your business has to rely on you, like if you are not there, the business cannot move.
Can't work.
If you have a headache, the business has an headache. If you're having a tummy ache, the business has a tummy. You're not helping anybody. And like that's the fastest way to kill your business because it's like the business, you can see the mood of the business owner reflecting in the business. So so all these processes are necessary so you can cut that line. Your business needs to be a separate entity from you. It can be an extension, but it needs to be able to stand on its own when you're not there.
And that's the process. So let's talk about like the last P, which is physical evidence.
So with physical evidence will cut across your branding. Will cut across your social media process. It cut across the technology that you're using in the process or you're using to deliver the business. Like, it's just very important. Like she talked about a brand that used pink in all their branding and everything. Like, it did what it was supposed to do. Even though it came with a lot of backlash at the end of the day, it did what it was supposed to do. So having physical evidence in form of your social media branding, your business branding itself, like there's this brand that I saw recently that started selling. They stopped using this paper bag that we dispose for their packaging of their clothes. They use this. Is it this one that you guys like to wear these days that has like the cloth one? Get the tote bag, but the very soft one. It's well designed and it's big. So you've given them a way in such a way, they've done it in such a way that even when they've taken out what they've bought from the bag, they're still using tote bag and people are still seeing your branding everywhere. It's the same thing with all these like big manufacturing companies that always like give out cars. And part of the clause of the car is you cannot, you can't take out the branding. So physical evidence of your business cuts across like different. It comes in form of review as well.
Yeah.
Posting review, testimonials from your
user-generated content, people using your products.
Exactly.
That's physical evidence. People
These are
can
all
see,
physical evidence. Even your store. And that's for people that don't have a store. So if you have a store too, having a store in a particular location with like your branding on the building and everything is part of physical evidence. So it just cuts across different things. But yeah, that's like
that's
last
physical
point.
evidence. So we've talked about products, we've talked pricing, we've talked place, we've talked promotion, we've talked processes, and we've ended with physical evidence. We hope that this has been able to educate you on the 7 P's of marketing. And as we said, you do not have to use all of the 7 P's. Just look at what works for you.
What's necessary.
What's necessary for your business, and start to implement that, right? And as we said, we're also going to drop a link where you can read more about the 7 P's of marketing and also how to apply them to your business.
Yeah, and they're downloadable of your system.
They'll be downloadable. So thank you for listening to us on this episode. See you in the next one. Share. Bye.